In a world dominated by billion-dollar franchises, CGI explosions, and celebrity-studded casts, something unexpected has quietly taken over global screens: Turkish dramas. From Latin America to the Middle East, from Europe to Africa, audiences are binge-watching stories from Istanbul with the same passion once reserved for Hollywood blockbusters. But here's the surprising part. They're doing it without Hollywood budgets, no Marvel-sized production funds, no billion-dollar marketing campaigns, no global cinematic universes. So how did Turkish dramas conquer the world? Firstly, it's the power of emotional storytelling. Hollywood often sells spectacle. Turkish dramas sell emotion. Series like Muhteşem Yüzyıl brought Ottoman history to life not just with costumes and palaces, but with betrayal, ambition, jealousy, and forbidden love. Aşk-ı Memnu wasn't just about wealth and scandal, it was about desire, guilt, and consequences. And Erkenci Kuş proved that slow-burn romance can build a global fandom. These dramas understand one universal truth: emotions translate across borders. You don't need to speak Turkish to understand heartbreak. You don't need subtitles to feel betrayal. And you don't need a Hollywood budget to make people cry. Secondly, the length and depth of storytelling. Unlike American shows that run for 40 minutes, Turkish episodes often stretch beyond 2 hours. That means more character development, more tension, more layered relationships. Viewers don't just watch characters, they live with them. When a forced marriage trope appears, like in many modern dramas you cover on your channel, it's not just a plot device. It becomes a psychological journey. We see resentment turn into understanding, hatred into longing, pride into vulnerability. That depth builds loyalty, and loyalty builds global fandoms. Thirdly, cultural authenticity. Turkish dramas don't try to imitate Hollywood. They embrace their own culture: family honor, generational conflict, class divides, tradition versus modernity. That authenticity makes them refreshing. In places like Latin America, South Asia, and Africa, audiences relate deeply to themes of family pressure, arranged marriage, and societal expectations. These aren't distant fantasies, they're realities. The stories feel close to home, and when stories feel personal, they spread organically. In addition, strategic global distribution, Turkey didn't just produce content, it exported it smartly. Channels across the Middle East began dubbing Turkish dramas into Arabic. Latin American networks translated them into Spanish. Platforms like Netflix made titles such as Dirilish, Ertuğrul, and The Protector accessible worldwide. Suddenly, Turkish actors became international celebrities. And unlike Hollywood, where marketing costs millions, Turkish dramas relied heavily on word-of-mouth social media clips, fan edits, and YouTube recaps, the very type of content creators like you produce. In many ways, fans became the marketing team. Again, cinematic production on a television budget. Here's the secret. Turkish dramas look expensive. They use real locations: Bosphorus mansions, historic streets of Istanbul, breathtaking coastal towns. Instead of spending millions on green screens, they use natural beauty as production value. The lighting is cinematic. The music is orchestral and emotionally intense. The camera work feels like film. It creates the illusion of a blockbuster, without the blockbuster cost.